Life's a funny thing. You think that you've got it all figured out, and then you wake up one day and you realize you don't. Now, I turned 26 this year, and there are lessons that I wish I'd learned earlier. Big lessons. The kind of lessons that could have saved me years of hard work, heartache, and confusion. But I guess that's how life works, right? You don't learn these things until the moment's passed. But maybe, just maybe, you'll hear them now to save you all of that confusion, all of those mistakes, and get you that step ahead of the game. Okay, let me take you back to when it was around my 19th birthday. I was working at a job, 12-hour days, which I was not passionate about one bit. I had this crazy mindset where I thought the more I worked, the more I hustled, whether I liked the job or not, I was gonna be successful. I used to sit there on my lunch breaks, scrolling through Instagram and looking at everyone else my age, thinking what perfect lives they had and how far I was behind. My life was all about hustle, hustling, working hard, grinding, making enough money to make sure my life looked like how their lives looked. But I used to compare myself and realize how far I am behind them. And this is when I learned my first lesson. Success is not a race. I was obsessed with keeping up, but here's the thing. It's just not a race. Life isn't a race. You don't need to be the first to do everything. It's more important that you do things right. I was obsessed with trying to keep up with people that were older than me, doing things that were better than me. And at the end of the day, I was doing it while in a job that I absolutely hated. I was in construction, working with guys that I was thinking, do I want to be working next to these guys for the rest of my life? Absolutely not. I was thinking, am I going to be like this guy in the future? I'm working with, say, Bob in construction at 19. Obviously, I'm earning good money at that age compared to other people. But I was thinking, do I really want to be doing this for the rest of my life? No. So I had to look and find my purpose and find something outside of this, which was a passion. But at the end of the day, there's not a clock that says you have to be married by 25, a millionaire by 30, own a house by 32. At the end of the day, there's no rush. You don't need to compare yourself to other people because comparison almost literally finished me. Like, I was comparing myself to everyone and it nearly crushed my dreams. But as soon as I got that out of my system, realized never compare yourself with absolutely anyone, my life changed. I started actually doing things that I wanted to do. So that was my lesson learned. And the truth is, lessons just keep on coming. And that takes me on to lesson number 2. Life isn't everything it seems. I remember when I was about 22, I started an online business, a swimwear brand, which I still have today. I also started many other businesses, selling shoes, doing photography, all these other side hustles that I was working on. And I remember kind of faking it till I made it. I remember posting on Instagram, sharing all this stuff, but in reality, guys, it's not like that. It's not how it seems. I was at my desk literally 12 hours a day. When I wasn't at my desk, I was training. When I wasn't training, I was working. I was doing 16-hour days, crazy hours, but I gave up this lifestyle that I wasn't even working hard for it. I was literally just getting it easy and living a great life. When in reality, I was hustling, and in times of business, it's not always great and it's not always perfect. And that's what business taught me. Life wasn't perfect. Life wasn't as it seemed. It was really, really fucking hard. Like, I was putting in the work and I was getting no results. But I still kept on putting in the work until I was getting results and seeing things I wanted to see. But it's disheartening when you put so much money, time and effort into things and it doesn't give you those results. But that's just reality at the end of the day. That's just what life's about. You're not always going to get results. Like, you don't get results straight away. Sometimes you don't get results when you deserve them. But at the end of the day, you're going to get rewarded with consistency and putting in the hard work. I was also trying to fast track this journey. I was trying to put like so much effort into it, trying to sort of cut corners and stuff, when really there was no cutting corners in business. You literally have to do every single step to get there. And obviously today, I used to be a construction worker. I used to work in 9 to 5 doing construction, more than 9 to 5. It would be like a 7 to 7 really. Even on a farm I used to work. But today I'm working mostly from home and doing things I want to do, but that took a long time to get there. Now that takes us into lesson number 3. Your mental health is just as important as your career. I remember when I started burning out, the signs were obvious. I started getting stressed. I was getting no sleep. I just couldn't stop thinking about working and like how I could be the next big thing, how I could work on my businesses, how I haven't done enough yet, how I still got that task to do. I was getting irritated, I had no motivation, because I couldn't stop thinking about all the things I needed to do to be successful. And it just overloaded my brain. I thought if I'd slowed down, I'd basically fail. And failure wasn't an option. And at the end of the day, I just needed to take a step back and look at my mental health and how my body is actually feeling. As soon as you take that step back and actually realize your body and your health is the most important thing, you start actually taking more risks because you've got that physical health, you've got that mental health, and you feel healthier, right? You can go in there with 100% and actually attack your goals. But when you're down because you're overworked and you're neglecting your mental health and your physical health, you're actually putting yourself at a disadvantage, but you don't see it in the moment. So my advice to people who are in this situation where they feel like they've just got to hustle, work hard, don't stop, you can't sleep, get 2 hours of sleep a night, the grind never stops. It's not the mindset. The grind doesn't stop, but you also do need to get like 7-8 hours sleep. You do need to train every day, eat healthy, because otherwise the grind's gonna stop, not because you wanted it to stop, it's because your body said no more. Now that takes us into lesson number 4. Failure isn't the end, it's just a new beginning. Failure, man. That word used to haunt me so much because I used to just think like, if I wasn't doing enough, I would just fail and just wouldn't be good enough to do anything really. And I just thought I had to put 110% in everything, otherwise I'm gonna fail. But what I truly realized is that failure is just the start of a new beginning where you've done something, you've learned from something, right? And then you can just take that step back and then progress and then go further, because at the end of the day, if you did fail, you never failed, you just got a great life lesson in the sense that you learned from what you tried, and now technically you're at the bottom and you can just push further, go for that top. Because if you've done something and you've done it wrong, you just don't do it again. So that means there's next time you try it, you're gonna automatically be better. Sometimes you just have no choice but to look failure in the face and just take it at it. Just get at it, literally go for all the things you think you can't do and give it a try. Because in my opinion, if you think that you're already gonna win and the task isn't too hard, maybe you're taking on the task that's too easy. Maybe you're trying a task that you know you can do and you're just going the easy way out. Go for something you think you can't do and learn it, because that way you're gonna progress so much more in life and actually go way further, because you're pushing limits, you're pushing boundaries, and you're actually going at it. You're actually attacking something that you think you can't do. So if you do achieve it, it's like you've made a massive jump and achieved a massive milestone in your life. And now there's one more lesson, boys. A lesson that I'm still learning. I think it's the hardest one yet, and I think that it's the one that you're gonna struggle with the most. It's the one that I didn't wanna learn, the one that I thought would turn everything upside down. But before I tell you that lesson, boys, you need to jump into my community of men, where I've put together a group of guys who are literally transforming their lives right now. In a VIP group, it's completely free. Everyone's contributing in there of how you can improve yourself. So you being in that group, you're automatically surrounding yourself by like-minded people who want to improve. I put the link in my bio on YouTube. Jump into it, we're giving great advice in there, and I feel like you're gonna really benefit from it. Now, if you truly think that you're being held back in life, my biggest thing that I suggest to you right now that you need to learn is move countries. Get out of the town that you grew up in. I obviously moved countries when I was 18. I wish I could have done it earlier, honestly. It was the best decision of my life. Now, when I go back to when I was 18 in England, and I had massive dreams, but I knew I didn't want to follow the basic route of going to university, getting a normal job. So I took the risk of basically going to Australia to play football, to try and be a professional footballer. Now, it was the best decision of my life. I was so uncomfortable at the time of doing it. I really didn't want to do it because I was scared. But when I did it, wow, like opportunities just opened up. But the reason why I say it's going to be the hardest lesson for you to learn is because not many people want to do it. And when not many people want to do something, it's usually pretty hard. Now, the hardest things in life reap the best rewards. So take this from my experience, so you don't have to basically make the same mistakes. Do it as early and as young as you can. If you're 18 right now, move now. If you're 24 right now, do it now. Get out of your comfort zone. Move countries, whether it be US, Australia, UK. Just get out of where you are. because trust me guys, it's going to be a game changer in your life. Now guys, honestly, if you did make it this far, I really appreciate you for watching, because I'm putting a lot of effort into these videos, but I'm also speaking from the heart and speaking from what I truly believe in. So if you did like it, don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.